day everyone and welcome to our presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. My name is Muhammad Salem and I will give a brief introduction. As you see on the poster, the topic that we would like to discuss is that online learning has a negative impact on students' mental health. Well, distant education has become a new challenge for students. A recent survey has shown that a majority of students are worried about their academic performance. Some higher education institutions have voiced concern about the students' mental health that has been affected by the current pandemic. COVID-19 has increased the levels of stress, anxiety, and depression among students. In this paper, we agreed that students' mental health is really under serious consideration because of the sudden changes that led to online learning. However, online learning would be beneficial for students to keep on their studies regardless of the difficulties. Now, I will let my friend Muhammad Iskandar to proceed with explaining the first reason to you.
I want to present about the first argument in our group, which is students have experienced feelings of anxiety. According to Smith, connecting with academic colleges, interacting with a teacher, and maintaining a personal social life can be a challenge as all communication takes place remotely. Digital teaching is extremely easy, but with these advantages come a few drawbacks. Mediterranean pace and lower operation can promote procrastination and feelings of lack of meaning at quarantine. The circumstances will certainly intensify stress and anxiety. The screen induces an extreme loneliness, making it impossible for many individuals to participate in a debate, so it is nearly difficult to deliver positive feedback without feeling like you are speaking into a void. Based on them, a lack of contact and communications also contribute to many mental well-being problems such as increased anxiety, and depression. Currently, the methods of online learning practice in education tend to cause students who are engaged to experience reflection, distance, and lack of commitment.
I will present our second argument, which is students feel isolated because of lack interaction. Students can feel isolated since they need to study online. It is because they only can study remotely at their own house. They can't have any interaction with their friends like usually they do before this. According to Smith, 2020, humans are collective creatures and stay alone for too long can cause rises the likelihood that students will experience serious mental illness. Humans are a creature that need a social intention in their life. Same as students, they need social interaction in their life to make sure they can survive in the future. So, if students not interact with their friends in a long time period, it can badly affect their mental health. Next, students will also find out that they feel isolated because of lack interaction with lecturer. It is true because according to Gautam 2020, in e-learning, there are lack of physical interaction between the student and teacher will cause in a sense of isolation for the student. Less interaction makes students can be left behind in their study and it will make their mental health become worse. Furthermore, based on article by Tam 2019, isolation can lead students to several mental health problems like too much stress, anxiety, and negative thinking. Students who cannot concentrate with their study because of feel lonely can make them feel bad about themselves, stressed, and always have negative thinking. For example, they're only thinking that they can make it in the study and fail on their exam. So, feeling lonely because of e-learning will give bad effect for student mental health.
The third reason is students have become emotionally disturbed because of studying online. Emotional experience can negatively affect their capability to learn or engage in the class. Additionally, students would become isolated or having a bad temper, which would put a person under intense pressure. Eventually, most people cannot cope with that situation. Furthermore, being away from the social environment can lead to mental health conditions, such as suicidal thoughts when a person believes that it's the only way out. However, to overcome this dilemma, positive emotions are clearly connected with the learning methods and achieving results, which reflect on the academic performance. Now, my friend Iskandar will counter that claim.
Disadvantages of online learning, but there are also advantages that can help students in their life. According to them, the success in an online learning system includes the production of good self-motivation and disciplinary skills in the same way as in traditional schools. face-to-face contact can be replaced by online communication, and peer-to-peer activities among online students can be facilitated. Also, peer-to-peer group events and online seminars that include teamwork must be included, even in an online learning environment. By doing so, it will provide students with the requisite communication skills to excel in a real working world. Besides that, according to Gautam, another benefit of e-learning is that it enables students to join the session of education from any place. It also encourages colleges to reach out to a wider network of students instead of being marked by Soviet cultural restrictions.
Alright, so let's talk about our rebuttal. The challenge to adapt to the new era of study is harder than what people think, and it will take more time to be accustomed to this system. For example, the resources in online learning are different compared to face-to-face class. The students may perhaps encounter with resources like e-books, recorded lecture, discussion forum, live Q&A session, and interview. The resources recommended to the students for online learning will depend on the institution. According to Gautam, has highlighted that the new normal in education is increased use of online learning tools. Thus, the current pandemic has triggered new ways of learning. Several online learning programs may necessitate students to request physical textbook. However, these are commonly being dismissed in favor of new online learning methods such as e-books. This new era of studying may trigger a plausible option for some of the students. However, a relevant study has discovered that in spite of online learning being a viable replacement, numerous students find it challenging to adopt with this new method. A huge reason that so many students fail in online learning is that they do not have a self-directed learning strategy. Therefore, one technique to encounter this problem is managing the students' time and create a precise schedule. This is an important step if students want to be a successful self-directed learner. Going to school intimidates students to organize time for the reason that they need to attend the class in physical. The story in online learning is different. Students need to produce a stimulus structure by dedicating it to a weekly schedule. According to Han, a regular schedule planner will be a significant help to these learners, as they could even set reminders for their course and assignment.
Lastly, the conclusion. The pandemic is unprecedented in recent history. Many things have been changed recently. The new measures have made things strangely for some. How about the students who even haven't faced something like this in their life? Being looked at home without social interaction? It's obvious online learning has brought side effects on physicality, emotional, and psychological. Students have forced to study remotely without any interaction with their friends. This is unusual. Some students have suicide thoughts because of feeling separation and depression that might destroy their mental health or get themselves killed. In conclusion, the result health effects have eventually associated with online learning. Seeking support from others will alleviate the strains on students. So, is e-learning perceived to be as good, real as formal learning?